Hey everyone! Welcome to Update X24H, your go-to channel for the latest news, hottest dramas, breaking stories, and all the buzz from the world of entertainment. We're here to keep you updated, entertained, and always in the loop. Hit that subscribe button and join our growing family. Because here at Update X24H, we bring you the news that matters, the drama you love, and the stories you can't miss. Thanks for being part of our community. Let's stay connected, stay updated, and keep the good vibes rolling.
Breaking news that no one saw coming. Exclusive whispers from Shanghai reveal a moment so unexpected, it could rewrite the future of Chinese entertainment. Did Lu Yuning really share a secret kiss with Zhao Lusi during a high-profile concert? Stay with us, because what unfolded that night is not just a scandal. It's a love story hidden in plain sight. On the evening of August 22, 2025, the Mercedes-Benz Arena in Shanghai was filled with thousands of voices, a sea of excitement flowing through one of the most prestigious stages in Asia. The concert was supposed to be just another night in the city, a dazzling performance where the music and lights carried the audience into a world of spectacle. Yet behind the glamour, away from the cameras and beyond the stage, something far more intimate was quietly unfolding. In the exclusive VIP section, where only a handful of industry figures and close associates were allowed to enter, two of China's most admired stars found themselves standing side by side. Lu Yuning, the celebrated vocalist of Modern Brothers whose magnetic stage presence has captured the devotion of millions, carried an aura of confidence that seemed to command every space he walked into. Beside him was Zhao Lusi, the beloved actress whose charm and effortless grace have made her a household name across Asia. They had shared professional moments before, on stage, at festivals, during interviews, but this time was different. The lights dimmed for a brief intermission. The crowd's focus shifted toward the stage crew preparing for the next act, leaving the VIP lounge in an unusual hush. It was in this pocket of quiet, when the world's gaze was turned elsewhere, that a spark of vulnerability slipped through the careful masks of celebrity life. Witnesses described the scene with vivid clarity. Lu Yuning leaning just slightly closer, the kind of subtle movement that speaks volumes without words, and Zhao Lusi meeting his gaze with the unmistakable softness of recognition. In that fragile moment, the line between friendship and something far deeper dissolved. He reached for her face with a tenderness that betrayed months of restrained longing, and together they shared a kiss that was neither hurried nor hesitant, but deliberate and full of meaning. To those who saw it, this was not a spontaneous act of impulse. It was the quiet unveiling of a connection that had been hidden in plain sight, an unspoken truth finally surfacing in a place where no one was supposed to notice. What should have been just another evening of music became the turning point of a story that now has the power to reshape how fans, critics, and the industry itself will remember both of them. What unfolded in that dimly lit corner of the arena was not the clumsy spark of two strangers caught in a fleeting rush of attraction. It was something altogether different, something that carried the weight of time, patience, and unspoken intimacy. Those who witnessed the moment insist that it was the kind of kiss that spoke not of beginnings, but of a bond already nurtured in secret, a quiet connection that had grown stronger with every stolen glance and every carefully orchestrated meeting. It was deliberate, filled with tenderness, and yet it radiated a power that seemed to silence the world around them. Observers recall how natural it looked, as if the gesture had been rehearsed 100 times in the private spaces where no one else was watching. There was no hesitation in the way Lu Yuning reached for her, no awkwardness in the way Zhao Lusi responded. Instead, there was a fluency to their closeness, the kind that only emerges when two people have long since crossed the invisible line between friendship and love. For a few seconds, it was as though the world outside had vanished, and what remained was a truth they had carried quietly but intensely, now revealed in its most undeniable form. The moment carried an electricity that lingered even after they parted. It was not merely a kiss, it was a revelation. Suddenly, all the fragments of their story, the late-night dinners disguised as script discussions, the casual remarks and interviews that seemed too affectionate, the subtle way their body language betrayed comfort beyond professionalism, came together like pieces of a puzzle finally assembled. Fans and insiders alike, upon hearing of this moment, would revisit the past with new eyes, recognizing signs they had once dismissed as coincidence. For those present, the kiss was not simply romantic, it was transformative. It challenged the carefully built images of two stars who had lived under relentless public scrutiny. It suggested that behind the polished performances and curated appearances, there existed two human beings daring enough to claim a piece of happiness in a world that demands perfection. What made it unforgettable was not only the intimacy itself, but the courage it represented. The courage to let a private truth surface, even for the briefest of moments, in a place where discovery seemed inevitable. That single kiss became the lens through which everything else would be reinterpreted. A moment that marked the boundary between speculation and certainty, between rumor and reality. In the days that followed, the kiss was no longer viewed as an isolated spark, but as the key to a much larger mystery that had been quietly unfolding behind the curtains of fame. What emerged was a series of revelations that painted their story in colors far richer than anyone had imagined. Reports from insiders began to surface, each piece adding depth to the hidden romance. The narrative no longer revolved around a single night in Shanghai, but around a carefully woven tapestry of encounters, choices, and secret codes that suggested an extraordinary devotion between two people forced to live in shadows. It was revealed that earlier in the summer, when both Lu Yuning and Zhao Lusi were engaged in separate filming projects, they had managed to carve out a parallel life away from the public eye. They booked hotels under different names, sometimes arriving hours apart, as if staging a play where every movement was meticulously rehearsed. Yet despite the caution, staff recalled catching glimpses of them together at dawn, sharing coffee on a quiet rooftop, their laughter echoing against the city skyline while the rest of the world still slept. These were not moments of reckless passion but of deliberate tenderness, the kind that speaks of love carried with care and discipline. Even more intriguing were the rumors that their connection had spilled into their art in ways too subtle to be noticed at first glance. Observers began to look back at Lu Yuning's unreleased melodies and Zhao Lusi's cryptic captions on social media, finding patterns that now seemed less random. A song lyric about waiting under city lights, a photograph of a book open to a particular line, or a vase of specific flowers placed in the background of a post. Fans now interpret these as coded love letters exchanged in public, hiding in plain sight. To think that millions had admired those posts without grasping their hidden meaning only adds to the fascination of their story. This perspective offers a new way of seeing them, not as celebrities bound by contracts and appearances, but as two individuals who devised their own language of survival in a world eager to expose them. Their story is not only about secrecy but also about creativity, resilience, and the pursuit of intimacy against impossible odds. It is, in many ways, the quiet defiance of two hearts determined to protect what they had found, no matter how elaborate the disguise needed to be. For fans, this revelation triggers a storm of emotions. Some are overjoyed, celebrating their idols for finally finding happiness in each other. Others are anxious. Will this love story survive the unforgiving spotlight of the entertainment industry? One thing is certain. This moment has already become one of the most talked about turning points in 2025, and its ripples may redefine how relationships are perceived in Chinese showbiz. So, was this kiss just a fleeting moment of passion, or the opening chapter of a love story destined to inspire millions? As more truths unfold, one thing is undeniable. The world will never look at Lu Yuning and Zhao Lusi the same way again. Thank you for watching Update X24H, your trusted source for the latest celebrity stories and exclusive updates. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, leave a like, and share your thoughts in the comments below. More incredible stories are on the way. So stay tuned, because this is only the beginning.